society's poorest communities in times of need. But many people think it's too generous, and for the Conservatives, cutting welfare spending is crucial to how they balance the books if they win the election. They want to save £12 billion from the benefits budget, but have given few details of how they do it, with the Prime Minister evading the question last night.
Do you know and you're not telling us, or do you not know?
We know there will be difficult decisions and we'll have to go through every part of the welfare budget.
However, civil service documents we've seen commissioned by the Conservatives reveal some options they're considering. They include scrapping some benefits completely and placing major restrictions on others. Carers allowance could disappear for everyone not on universal credit, which is becoming the government's main welfare programme. If adopted, the documents suggest 40% of recipients will lose out. Versions of job seekers allowance and the main sickness benefit, which rely on people having paid enough national insurance contributions, could also be stopped. That, say the papers, would mean on average claimants will lose around £80 per week. The industrial injuries benefit could also go, with the costs being moved from government to industry. And disability living allowance and its replacement, personal independence payment, could be taxed.
Disabled people don't choose to have their disability, and they don't choose to pay for these additional costs related to that disability. Take, for example, if you have to go to hospital on a regular basis and you're paying for those huge car parking fees. So therefore, it's just unfair if this is treated as taxable income.
The Chancellor, we've learned, has held meetings with Ian Duncan-Smith over recent weeks to discuss the options, with number 11 focused firmly on the figures. Taxing disability benefits would raise about £1.5 billion. Scrapping versions of job seekers allowance and the main sickness benefit would raise about £1.3 billion. Restricting carers allowance, well, that's another billion, and getting rid of the main industrial injuries benefit is a further £1 billion. That's nearly £5 billion saved if the options were implemented. Add in the £2 billion or so the party will save with their plans to freeze working age benefit rates, and you're still some way from the £12 billion target.
The Conservative Party want to do this by 2017-18, so in only 2 years. It means they have to be looking at, in some sense, perhaps less palatable options that would involve overnight takeaways from certain families.
In a statement, a Conservative spokesperson said, "This is ill-informed and inaccurate speculation. Officials spend a lot of time generating proposals, many not commissioned by politicians. It's wrong and misleading to suggest that any of this is part of our plan." Perhaps, but with a deficit to cut and both Tories and Labour ruling out most